Hi. Say hi, Christy's name. Again, I'm doing a review on the two films. They're the two real cheap films made in 1960, 1980. First of all, I want to say happy Friday the 13th out there. So I hope you all had a good one. I've had a really good day. So usually on these days, me and my father are like, we'll go out and like celebrate it and stuff like that. And well, he had to work. Dang it. He had to work later at the Hogwarts, and if you didn't know, my father's still alive. If you've seen all the movies, he's still alive. He's still doing his thing. Alright, excuse me, I'm sorry. Kind of just got back from my grandma's. Okay, I will show you the case. This is the Munsters, two films, Munsters Go Home, Munsters Revenge. Here it is. Here's the case. Look. It's a really good movie. The first film was called Munsters Go Home. That was the first movie they made in the 1960s after their series cut in 1967, I think. Because I think they said they were going into color or something, so they kind of stopped. So, I read a little bit about this. This is, about the two films. American's First Family of Fright lives in the Munsters 2 movie Fright Fest, following their widely popular TV series. Original cast members Fred Gwynn as Herman Munster, Ivana DiCarlo as Lily Munster, Al Lewis as Grandpa, and Butch Patrick's in that one, and are reunited in two hilarious movies. You've never seen them before in color. Yeah, this is all in color. No black and white, this is all color. The first film is called Munsters Go Home, and it's pretty much about the laugh begins when Herman moves the family to an English estate in the Harrods in England. Pretty much about that one. Herman inherits all this cash, really expensive cash, and he takes his family and they to try to become Lord Munster, because they're wanting them to be Lord. He's wanting to be the Lord Munster. They were wanting him to do. So they had pretty much moved to England. So they just went away for a while, and somehow in that movie with Munsters Go Home, the family are from England. Like I said, first I'm going to tell you, Herman was originally made in Germany by a Dr. Frankenstein, and he stayed at the Frankenstein residence. I don't know what they'd call it, but he was originally built. He wasn't born. He was made. Herman was made in Germany by Dr. Frankenstein. Then he moved from Germany to England. This family adopted him. Munsters is what it was called. The Munsters is what took over and adopted Herman. And that and then he moves to Mockingbird Heights with his new family. Like you see Lily, Grandpa, Eddie, Marilyn. Has a pet dinosaur or a dragon or whatever you want to call it. It's Spot, and a kitty cat, black kitty cat, and an annoying raven. Alright, that's pretty much about that. And they tried, one thing I didn't like about that first film is they had to replace the Marilyn. I felt so sorry for Pat Priest in that movie, because they were looking, the people who made it, they were wanting a 19-year-old girl, and they didn't want the original 30-year-old Pat Priest that originally played in the TV series to do that. So I felt so sorry for Pat Priest when I heard that, because I was watching a behind-the-scenes thing about that, and it was talking about all the behind-the-scenes and about that, and I felt so sorry when I heard about that, and they had to replace the Munster Marilyn, and I felt so sorry because they didn't even tell her that they were gonna get Debbie Watson instead of having Pat Priest. So I felt really sorry for her about that one. In the second film, called Munsters Revenge, Dr. DeBallo, played by Sid Caesar, concocts a plan of creating robots Munsters to pull off a series of art hesitance. In that movie, let's see, in that movie, they pretty much go to a wax museum. The person who created it, Dr. DeBallo, is the one who created all those wax figures. But the one thing they didn't know until later is that they were robots. They were terrorizing the whole city of Mockingbird Heights. And all of a sudden they end up catching Herman and Grandpa, the normal monsters that they thought they were robots, because the robots were taking over everything. Like in that movie, it's got the original cast members, like the main ones, but not Eddie or Marilyn. The ones that are main are Lily, Grandpa, Herman, and then they got two other people playing Eddie and Marilyn. I can't remember what their names are, but that's pretty much that one. They have to save Marilyn and her boyfriend, which I can't remember what her boyfriend's name is in that one, and a relative of Lily's. I think his name is the Opera, or the Phantom of the Opera. I don't know what, but he sings like in a high pitch, and every time he sings, he breaks glass. Yeah, you've probably seen it on the All series like that or something like that. Well, that's pretty much about those two movies, and like I really like them. I know they're pretty cheap films, but I really like them. Only a real Munster fan would really like these two, because the first one they made was Munsters Go Home, and they made quite a bit, but it was a really cheap film. And they made the Munsters Revenge later. So well, I'll show you. Here's the first front of the case. Here's the back. Guess where I found this? Probably guessed. You probably won't know, but I found this at Walmart at a $5 shelf at the Halloween holiday movies. $5 for this thing at Walmart. I was very surprised that they even carried it, because I was looking for this for like months and months, and I finally found it at Walmart. But that's pretty much that. Here's the back. Yep. But that's pretty much it. And hope you enjoy this. Subscribe, comment, do whatever you guys do, and I'll see you guys next time.